Peace, peace. What's going on today? We're going live with brother Karin Johnson. Tag the brother if you're watching this, and just tag your friends. Today we're going to be speaking about Jay-Z, the NFL, the whole deal. We all been watching it, and much more. So I'm about to tag the brother in. I was trying to pick up this Wi-Fi on my other phone. Okay, Islam Bey. So yeah, we're gonna be speaking about Jay-Z and much other things. Let me get the brother up in here. How do I do this? Okay, here we go. Karim Johnson, brother Karim Johnson. Okay, hold on. Let me text the brother real quick. Give me 1 second. Waiting for the brother to chime in real quick. Okay, let me get my spot. All right, don't worry. The brother's coming in right now. He just gave me a text. Peace, brother David Bell. Peace, peace. Just waiting for the brother to find a parking spot, and the brother's coming in right now. You could leave and come back, or you could just chill. The brother's coming right now. Just sent me a text. Yeah, we're gonna be speaking about the whole Jay-Z thing, the NFL, and whatnot. Just waiting for the brother to come in right now. The brother's coming in. Okay, the brother's here. Peace, peace. Brother Karim, come on in, brother. Okay, I gotta add. Okay, okay, you should be in. It's adding you. Good. Get this education going on. Today's class. What time is it? 103. Okay, I don't know what's going on. It says adding. He was having a hard time getting the brother in. So people have mixed feelings about the whole Jay Z thing. My son seemed like he's going off about it. Actually, in favor of Jay Z, I believe. Which this just shows you people are people, and people are like the weather, man. It's all energy. People are like the weather. Today they on your side. Tomorrow they hate you, man. So people who hated Jay Z and dishonored him now is praising him, and kind of like vice versa, trying to bring the brother Karim Johnson in, have no clue what's going on. We're gonna try this one more. All right, let me try this one more time, and if there, and I might have to get on the brothers' Facebook or something, or we have to do this later. Or we could speak about something else. Okay, there you go.
There you go. Peace,
Peace.
peace, peace. Peace, peace. What's good?
Ain't that
Ain't
good?
that good? Oh
We're
man.
waiting for you. People are waiting for you to come in.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm here as always. You know, I got a few clients for the class lined up. You know, where they're giving me a few minutes here to do what we do.
Okay.
Okay. You
So,
know.
so
So
what you,
what's
what you
going
do
on?
is
Do is
go into what we're going to talk about, and I'm gonna share the link. I'm gonna share the link to our
to
friends
our
and stuff.
friends and stuff. Okay, okay, okay.
All right.
First of all, I like gotta always acknowledge the ancestors, right?
That's right.
That's right. You know, give thanks for us being as conscious as we are, you know, and them guiding us through this universal path of truth. Definitely appreciate all of our, you know, comrades, you know, our sisters, our brothers, our fellow kings and queens, you know, our fellow air-likes joining us. Definitely thank them, you know. I like to say,
Absolutely.
you know, give them the universal praises in everybody's native tongue, you know, or a tongue that they wish to choose to articulate themselves in. So we're going to say nam. We're going to say salam alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. We're going to say peace to the nation of the gods and earths. We're going to say pay, ni hao, so, you know, to our Asian comrades. We're going to say guten
That's right.
tag and v gates to everybody in Deutschland, you know, and we're going to salute to all the serious liberators across the planet. All right? All right, so let's get busy.
That's right. And today what we're speaking
That's
of
right. And today we're speaking of well, we could speak on, you know, of course we see what's going on with the, you know, general conversation of the day, you know, and this I guess this partnership, if they want to call it, or cooperation, whatever they want to call it, with NFL and I guess Jay-Z and his organization or his corporation, you know. Several people have asked me to make comment on it,
yeah.
and yeah, I expect nothing less than that from him. So it's not much that I would, you know, comment on. You know what I'm saying? It's not a piece of anger. It's not a piece of hate. It's just truth. You
Yeah,
know,
you know, I see
he's
a lot of big talk on it this morning. It's like all over social media, and a lot of people have mixed feelings. I see some people are praising him for it, and some people are saying that he's selling out. So
Well,
I don't know.
he's selling out. He you can't really say he's selling out when he's already always have been on that side. He never mentioned anything other than himself being a capitalist, and this is a capitalist move. He working with the corporations, right? Now, people who praise it, of course, because they yearn, just like he does, to be in the arms of the oppressor. He yearns to be top-notch capitalist, and he's making those strides to work with corporations. So of course, people who praise that, they themselves want to be that too. So they, of course, they're not going to see anything wrong with it, you know. But we don't. It's not our job to be angry or hateful, but we recognize it for what it is. He never mentioned anything other than getting the bag from the first time he was ever introduced to the game, from the first time he was on wax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Street tales of being, you know, in the game. It's always been about the dollar. Never been about people. Never been about black people. Never been about collaborations with our people. Never been about liberation or struggle. It's always been the capitalist person. So of course,
Yeah.
it's only natural that he makes deals with these corporations, right? Now, it's up to those who really praising the deal to take a look at themselves, right? Because we all know what capitalism is. We all know what working with the corporations are.
Yeah.
You're either a slave outside of the corporation or working slave within the corporation.
Either
That's
one.
Either one. Now, when you're talking about this deal with the NFL and mixing it, see, this is where the problem come in at. When you're talking about mixing the corporations with social justice, then you are in a walking contradiction, because there is no way that any corporation is going to benefit from the liberation of our people. Our people must
I feel you.
be slaves to the corporation. Our people must be the worker bees to the corporation, right? So they're never going to put anything in play that's going to liberate our people. There's going to be no good that's going to come from it, especially an organization like the NFL. The NFL can barely police itself. They have very high incidence of domestic violence, right? They have very high incidence of drug use. You see what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
are very, very racially biased and off balance. So, what good could come from that? You see what I'm saying? They don't have anybody to lobby for any significant social justice around the globe, and definitely not within our borders. You know what I'm saying? Whatever social justice uh, have they ever participated in that is going to reach the community? It's going to reach the hoods. I don't see any New York Giant or New York Jet in East New York, Brownsville, Crown Heights, or Bed-Stuy on a regular basis, encouraging our people to believe in themselves, right? To the degree of which that they're going to be liberators. I don't see it. I have never seen it. The NFL as a socially conscious entity is laughable. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And I'm trying to figure it out. They don't even have the NFL in each state. Every state doesn't have an NFL team.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And definitely not the most racist states that we have become accustomed to knowing. Mississippi doesn't have an NFL team.
Yeah.
Neither does Alabama or South Carolina. You see what I'm saying? Neither does North, South Dakota. You see what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
don't have.
I was just reading here on Facebook. Somebody said, why didn't he put Kaepernick down with him?
I mean, why would he have to? We don't know what Kaepernick deal with the NFL, or how can we say whatever he worked out with them? We don't know what he worked out with them, and why would he? It's not that he reached. Why would he reach out to Kaepernick? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Kaepernick never reached out to him, far as we know. But and just like I said, a corporation is a corporation.
I
You
feel
see
you.
what I'm saying? We will never benefit off of that at all. You see what I'm saying? The whole Kaepernick uh, uh, incident and movement behind what took place was, in my uh, in my general consensus, has been a failure. They never even had a successful boycott. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First of all, the general population of melanated people are not fans of the NFL to that degree, right? We really are not in those mass numbers as we are in, as say, basketball or some other sports. You see what I'm saying? So when that whole boycott took place, people couldn't even agree on the boycott, right? They couldn't agree whether they wasn't going to watch or not, right? Then you had people within the hip hop community, within the commercial corporation of hip hop. They still were following the NFL. They still were having shows, keeping up with the scores, keeping up with the players. They themselves, you know what I'm saying, the very media outlets in hip hop was continually to undermine. Let me let this plane go, this helicopter go past. They continue to undermine, right, the boycott. So that wasn't even a successful boycott. You couldn't even agree on that. So how are you going to agree on something as demanding as social justice and reforms and things of that nature, right? Since when have you ever seen Jay-Z on the front line? Ever?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, come on, it's laughable.
Most of these guys talk about it or they rap about it. But like
Listen,
you said, you put them on the front line from the heart.
Listen, you cannot, when it comes to movement, when it comes to people being conscious, when it comes to walking the walk, you can't lead from the back. You understand what I'm saying? You can't lead from the back. You got to get out in front of this. And if you think meeting across the table in a boardroom is getting in front of social justice and reform, you sadly mistaken.
Yeah.
Before MLK ever sat across the table, he's on the front lines getting his head knocked in, right? Getting arrested, you know what I'm saying? Proving, putting strategies together, you know what I'm saying? Having successful boycotts because they took time to study, right? They took time to use specific strategies and techniques. You know what I'm saying? By the time he came to the table, they was ready to knock him off because he exuded that power to really say, yo, listen, my people's behind me. This is what we doing, right? He had the power to really cripple certain entities economically within the corporations, so they had to knock him off.
So do you think today is just a loose end?
It's a distraction. It's a talking piece. You understand what I'm saying? They don't even. You tell me what NFL team or several teams can go to Congress right now, right, and put something together that's going to significantly change the life of even a portion of the country.
Yeah.
Even a portion. Some of the largest corporations, right, that are giants over the NFL have difficult time getting legislation passed. And the legislation definitely don't have to do with us. You see what I'm saying? You got the tobacco industry, you got the sugar industry, right? You have textile industries, you know what I'm saying? You got the tech giants. You have all these people, right? You have all these people pushing and legislating and lobbying and getting things done, right? These people have a difficult time getting it done, right? Jay-Z in the NFL, really? That shit is laughable. It is. It's laughable. And I don't believe it. Other people could believe it. They want to believe it, right? They want to believe it because they want to believe in that dream. They want to believe that sooner or later, these people are going to take their foot up off our necks, just out of the kindness of their heart. You know what I'm saying? So, and the main quote that I got from him was saying that we need better working relationships, right, with police in our communities. So now, in order to have a working relationship with police, you have to cooperate with police. He's saying it out of his mouth.
Yes.
So there's no argument here. He wants to cooperate with police in our communities. He wants to, right, have a better working relationship. Has there ever been a good working relationship with the police in the black community?
No.
We've been at this since what? When was police established? We could say maybe what? 1890s, 1900, right? We haven't had a good working relationship with them since.
Mm.
Why would you want to? Local, right, and state police is nothing but an extension of the armed federal military that we have in this country. That's
Yeah.
all it is. That's all it is. So why would you want to cooperate with that?
Mm-hmm.
But you want to call all these other people snitches and rats? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On
I'm
the
watching.
lower levels, when you're talking about street codes and things of that nature, y'all want to put that out there and call each other that, right? And lower level entities who don't have what they consider billions of dollars. But since y'all have an image of him in your mental of who he is, it's okay for him to say that he wants to have a working relationship and cooperate with law enforcement. He's
Wow.
telling you who he is.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's telling you who he is. And there is no working relationship as long as they have the right, not only the right, but
To
they're
murder
going
and kill.
forward with the motions of killing innocent black people. Y'all
Over and
haven't got past the regular bias training, but you want us to believe that you and Rock Nation and other corporations can establish the mindset within the police to come into the hoods and see us as something different.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. So do you think he knows stuff like this, or do you think just pay attention to, or you think he doesn't know this?
Oh, come on, man. They know this.
Yeah.
They know this. They know this.
Yeah.
You understand what this is not? Come on. It's not a dummy.
Yes.
He's not a dummy.
Like
But again,
brother.
when your soul has been conditioned to
Yeah.
move in a certain manner, and you reach the levels that you attain to, right? Because of their assistance. Again, when you at the basis of the machine and the machine works, you're not doing the work,
That's true.
right? Like I always say, when you go to wash your clothes, you put your clothes in the machine, and people say, I wash clothes. No, you didn't wash clothes. The machine washed your clothes. You
That's
dig what
true.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? So he didn't become a billionaire. The machine pushed him to that, if that's
Yeah.
what he is. And I keep seeing somebody, I don't know who it is, talking about solutions, right? Somebody
Okay.
commenting on, I believe, Facebook, talking about solutions. Solutions is believe in yourself. The solution is to find ways to pull up out of the system. That's the solution. The solution is to teach the babies that their behavior as criminals does not make them men and women. You see what I'm saying? If you really want solutions, all you got to do is go to my page and start with my videos from 2010 to the present. I always give solutions. I don't only just come on TV. I just don't only come on social media to sat rap. If you want solutions, right, my solutions is there. We got strategies and tactics. That's the solution. Don't ask me for the solution.
Yeah.
I give the solution
Yeah,
several
brother.
times.
And brother Robert, it could be no cooperation with slave control. That's true. You
No,
were just talking on that.
how? How can you cooperate with somebody who is there to continue to keep you from living out to your full potential? How?
That's
It's
possible.
impossible. It's impossible. You cannot do exactly what needs to be done as a liberated entity, as a person that is living based on universal truth, to recognize their potential, not to be a worker bee, not to be a slave, but someone who has the ability to create and manifest for themselves and do barter and trading based on their abilities, right? To contribute to society. Once you're prevented from doing that, you are a slave. And whoever is put in place to watch you, to monitor you, to antagonize you, can never be there to cooperate with you. They have orders. They get paid to do these things. Peace and brother, peace and power, black power, brother Abdul. You understand what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
how are we having a working relationship with that? How are we having a working relationship with a police force? How are we having a working relationship with a corporation? Corporations are there to make money. That's it. That's all they're there for. So when these guys go to the table and speaking on issues that they really, really haven't fought for, you understand? You gotta laugh at it, man. Don't get mad. Acknowledge them for letting you know exactly who they are. Acknowledge that. He said he wants to cooperate with law enforcement. He wants to have a working relationship, a better working relationship with law enforcement. Okay, why would we be mad? He's telling you who he is. Now it's up to you to adjust your actions as such when it comes to him.
That's true.
Or his business, or whatever banner he's standing under. Simple as that. You're not going to tell me who you are, and I'm going to sit here and deny it. What I look like now? I'm making myself. I know better. My intuition knows what it is. I know fact from fiction. This is what you're saying, and that's the problem with a lot of our people. They don't acknowledge the truth when it's sitting in front. Yo, snake is telling you it's snake. You pick it up, he bites you. That's on you.
Yeah, I seen some people in the comment section on Twitter speaking about it. Now, what do you think people mean when they say Jay-Z is a real Brooklyn dude? You know, I don't want to say the N-word, but they be like, Jay-Z is a real Brooklyn cat.
I mean, what are the ages of these people? You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of real Brooklyn cats that's been enemies to the people. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, I see dudes in the street every day that are real Brooklyn cats, and they doing some real foul shit. So what's real? To me, what's real? What's your perception of real? Right? And then you question them. Right? I always tell you, you ask people questions that don't have answers to, and they will tell you who they are. And then you can sit back and just gaze and watch. People going to tell on themselves all the time.
As they fumble to give you an answer, they let you know who they are at the same time.
Right. I've seen them say all type of shit. I've seen people say, yo, what's wrong with him making money off of, what's wrong with making money? What's wrong with making money?
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because I've been watching my son. And I'm surprised my son is taking up the Jay-Z going on. And I'm like, what?
He's part of the corporation. He wants to be part of the corporation.
Okay, yeah. Somebody else said the same thing.
You know, like I said, you know, dudes tell on themselves, and now it's up to you to respond as such. It's up to you to respond as such. When people look outside of themselves for solutions, that means they have a self-esteem issue. Again, when we spoke before, I always tell you, if you can't conceptualize yourself being greater and having your potential to be greater than this shit we in right now, then something is wrong with you. If you stop at a certain point and ask for their assistance, that's a deficiency within you. I work this shit every day, all day, without them. I don't need them. I don't need them. So if you truly worth $1 billion, what do you need with them? You got a lot of billionaires that don't meet with nobody, and they are very philanthropic. They don't meet with the government. They do what the hell they do. You see what I'm saying? Based on where they want to place their money, based on who they want to give it to, based on the programs that they build and initiate. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to meet with them for shit. If you're a real Brooklyn dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
somebody
posed a
posed a
question, right?
question,
They
right?
said,
They said,
"Do you think Jay is doing too much?"
I can't hear you. Say again.
So
so
somebody put up
somebody
a
put up a
question right
question
here. They
right here.
said,
They
"Do
said,
you
who you
think
think
Jay Z is
is
doing
doing
too much?"
too much?
I don't think he's doing anything that I don't expect him to do. He's a capitalist.
All right.
All right.
Capitalists believe in capital gain, right? That's all they're about, the bag, and tweak different methods to get it. Too much, in my concern, he ain't doing enough. You need to go back and study.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? He needs to find himself. If that's truly himself, then so be it. Again, when you watching things on mass media and you watching things at a level where they telling you that corporations are getting together for social justice, and it's two corporations that have no type of history of doing anything progressive for our people on a whole, then you start scratching your head and like, where's this coming from, man?
Yeah.
Because NFL ain't did nothing, absolutely nothing for us, right? At
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
At all. And I don't see no Rock Nation banners in nowhere. Nowhere. You see what I'm
Okay, hold
saying?
on.
Okay, hold on.
Somebody else has
Somebody
a
else has a
question.
question.
They said,
They said,
what about
what
the
about the
water he
water
brought
he
to
brought to
Africa?
Africa?
The
The
clean water
clean
him
water
and his
him and
wife
his
brought.
wife brought.
What about it? Did they go over there and receive some of that water? Do they actually know that took place?
Mm.
Right? I want to know that because people always talk about what these people done, but they don't have no receipts for it. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Did anybody from the continent pick up a bottle and say, yo, this is from that?
That's
You
true.
understand what I'm saying? People talk. They talk big about what these people do, but they don't have no receipts. So they believe whatever these people tell them.
Yes.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not on the continent, so I didn't witness that. But I know ain't nothing happened in Newark. I know what's going on in Marcy. I know what's going on in East New York and Brownsville. The hell I got to give water all the way over there for when our water is kind of twisted right here. So we
Absolutely.
agree with that. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? So quick to that. They don't have no receipts. You understand what I'm saying? So if that was the case, did he partner with Akon to get them lights up and that electricity out over there?
Right.
Right. Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Don't tell me what somebody did for somebody in the continent when I'm watching what he did for people that was up under his company. Again, you know what I'm saying? There's been receipts given of people in the 40/40 not getting the salary. You
I
dig
heard
what I'm
about
saying?
that.
So, you know, people like again, people gonna defend it, and when people defend it, again, that's on them. I don't yearn to be a capitalist, B. I don't. I have no vested interest in keeping this system alive at all. Again, never hating. This is actual truth. This is actual facts what's coming up out of these people's mouths. Now they can keep defending it. You see what I'm saying? They can keep saying, well, he did this, well, that's being done and this is being done, right? But again, somebody cooperates with law enforcement and corporations, I don't have nothing to do with that.
I heard
I
half of
heard
his
half of his
team
team
is
is
snitch protection or snitch business.
Again, it is what it
Couple
is.
people. Yeah.
It is what it
They
is.
say,
And my thing is, I would never, ever comment or elaborate on it on that levels because I'm not in it. I don't
Gotcha.
yearn to be in it. You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes to social commentary and somebody directly asking me, you know what I'm saying, what good could come from it, I'm going to let it be known. I'm going to let it be known.
That's real.
That's
You know what I'm
real.
saying? They don't have, when you doing something like that and saying something like that on one end, but the behavior of our people, you help assist it in that with lyrics and vibrations of drug use, narcotic sales. When people who have just signed to your label have talking about threesomes and passing our young daughters around within a group of men and slipping pills and all type of craziness. You mean to tell me that in the matter of a week or two, you're going to be socially justice firm in your convictions when the music that you put out is enhancing the behavior of our peoples to do regressive acts?
No, it's good that you said that because I wanted to ask you a question. Because I see a lot of people, Jay-Z is Nas, or Jay-Z is a highly conscious rapper. Now he's categorized conscious rapper. You know what I mean?
How?
And that's because he dropped a couple of jewels on his track, and now he's the big homie.
He been dropping. If you really studied him, he always had some, anti-establishment to say here or there. You know what I'm saying? That's come on, man. Who doesn't do that?
I remember Muhammad was giving a description of a Negro. He said a Negro is one that plays both sides of the trend.
Definitely.
He happy on Monday, then he comes in the office like that on Tuesday, go around a couple of furniture, when nobody's around. He's the one that's picking it up and dusting it off, playing both sides of the fence.
Always.
And Jay-Z, it seemed like he has a strategy where on one side he's one way, and on one side he's next way. He addressed like he's broken before to get comfortable with the so-called conscious people. And then do something else on the other end.
Yeah, it's easy to sway people when they already have some type of imagery that they can place themselves in. A lot of people can see themselves sitting right there in that same space.
Okay.
Right? When you can see yourself in that space, that is who you are, man. And at that point, there really is a limited exchange of information and true dialogue that we can have with them. It's limited. You know what I'm saying? And it's surprising me that so many conscious people willing to call all these other people agents and rats. People like Al Sharpton and Ben Carson, and quick to throw Obama up under the bus and say, what all these people never did for us. Right?
Yeah. Somebody said you're breaking up.
And he's doing the same exact thing.
Yeah. Wow.
Out of his mouth. Right? Out of their mouth. He said he want to cooperate.
Wow.
Have a better working relationship with the same people who are targeting and going to gun us down. I mean, it is what it is, man.
Wow.
When it comes to that, I'm not going to shake nobody beliefs. When it comes to that, that's on you. You rock with it. This is nothing that didn't happen this didn't happen. This is the same thing that happened in Batista's Cuba before Castro did what he did. That's how come all them dissidents is in Miami right now, because they the same ones that believed in Batista. They believed in capitalism and they got their ass ran up out of there. So they cry and they spit venom. You understand what I'm saying? The same people.
Yeah.
The same people. You know what I'm saying? Only difference is, we looking at it because this is supposed to be people of the hip hop culture. These are supposed to be melanated people. You know what I'm saying? So who we always have an empathetic pause when it comes to putting in that work against them. You understand what I'm saying? But when somebody tell you who they are, you should best believe them. He believes in corporations. He believes in working relationships with law enforcement. That's all I need to know.
Okay, someone said, what do you think about Meek Mill linking up with Jay-Z?
Tell him to go back to my video when I first blew it up on who this dude is. I don't care nothing about him. I don't even want to. If it's not on my YouTube channel, it's on yours or Doggy Diamonds. I don't. Come on, man.
All right,
man. This dude is come on, man. Just listen to his lyrics and then ask me something like that. You understand?
Okay.
He ain't been about nothing. He ain't been about nothing. He not nothing. Nothing at all. Whenever somebody could tell you that all they need to do is reform certain laws, right? Reform certain procedures, but not work to help our children prevent from going through the system, prevent themselves from believing that they are criminals, I got issue with that. Reform ain't gonna change that. Reform is just easing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your Honor, instead of giving them 20 years, can you give them 15 years and to make sure that they got good pillows while they in there doing time? That's reform. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Your Honor, don't pull them over for the busted headlight. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Don't shoot him in his back 20 times. You know what I'm saying? Let's tase him and then get him up in the cell. That's reform.
Yeah.
That's reform. When we talking about prevention, we talking about getting them from when they first recognize themselves as a human being and letting them know that they need to check their behavior because we are not criminals, gangsters, or thugs. Right? When you change that behavior, you prevent your children from ever having to go that route in the first place.
Absolutely.
And if you're really about the people, that's what you push. That's 1+1. That's simple, right? So, when these dudes jump on the bandwagon and talk that slick shit, that's because the corporation have found that they have an audience that they could tap into and ease the momentum of true revolutionary liberation process.
Mm-hmm. We actually know the personal joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I built with them a couple of times.
All right. And I see that you getting a message out there. I see now that people are paying attention to the message. Now they're trying to shut it down.
Well, you gotta understand when you eat off the system, or all you have ever done was eat off of that system, off of that industry, it's easy to shut you down. See, the choke is not the only one. There are several people who have, receipts, information, you know what I'm saying, on the entire industry.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He's not the only one, but a lot of them are locked up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them choose to just not even expose it. You see what I'm saying? He's not the only one. He's just the one that happened to work for him. You see what I'm saying? So now that that this guy's on top of the game, everybody want to hear what Choke has to say when it comes to him. You see what I'm saying? And again, if they would have left him alone, he would have never said nothing because he was quiet for a few years.
Yeah, he was.
You see what I'm saying? But again, once you try to force him into slavery, once you try to deny him, you see what I'm saying, resources he needs to feed his family from that industry, and he chose not to go to another industry, of course, you backed him into a wall. So now he's going to expose his truth. You see what I'm saying? I don't see none of them disputing it themselves. They send little agents and the regular, you know what I'm saying, media police to go at him and throw little shit and try to discredit him and his manhood and what he represent, but they themselves won't sit across the table from him.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, it is what it is. He's not the only one who has truths. There's a lot of us that have truths. You see what I'm saying? My thing is, it's not in my business. You know what I'm saying? You leave me alone, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? My kids will always know the truth.
Absolutely.
You dig what I'm saying? But don't play with me. Because I live by a different code. You know what I'm saying? I got secrets on a lot of them dudes that's going, that'll never be exposed. That's just who I am.
That's true.
No matter how ill you treated me, no matter how disrespectful you have been, no matter how you have been deceitful, you know what I'm saying, and undermined and really took, you know what I'm saying, friendship and camaraderie and kind of threw it to the wind for the bag of the industry. I understand you, you know what I'm saying? I've
Now,
only
where's your place in hip hop? Where do you feel like your place? Do you feel like you're one of the pillars, one of the protectors of it? Do you feel like you're a historian? Where's your spot in hip hop?
I'm all of it. Because again, like I always say, I'm 6 degrees of separation from multi-platinum artists, right? Multi-platinum producers, underground producers, stick-up kids, security people. You know what I'm saying? I've touched all of them. So I'm a historian. I'm somebody who really recognizes where I was when it started and where it's at now. You see what I'm saying? It was never something that we needed any money for, right? From the graffiti aspect, we was, we had people who did that type of thing, stealing paint in aerosol cans, right? We was taking electricity from the street lamps.